So what next? Can they get and we didn't even talk about Derrick Rose. If they get Derrick Rose back, I seriously think that this team with D Wade, with D Rose, with IT, and the way that they done change up people roles like Tristan Thompson on the bench. At this point, you got Jose Calderon, you got Corver. I might have said Jeff Green already, but you got Jeff Green, J.R. Smith, and with LeBron, they are looking a lot different. I don't know how well they are built to take on Boston. Boston looks really good, especially for Boston overhauling their team like that. And they only got 4 guys that played last season on this team, and they got a whole new nucleus, and they're 30-10 in the lead right now. So IT gives them a whole different dynamic, though. I don't want to say, dare I say the microwave, and I ain't talking about John Fisher, the real microwave, not the real microwave, but yeah, the real microwave. Vinny Johnson, he is the real microwave. Yeah. I don't want to put him in that role, but I mean, he can give you points quick and fast. Shouts out to my man JB Jennings. But yeah, JB said the Cavs didn't show up. Well, they showed up. They just got showed out. That's all, And that score right now, is it over? Might be over. Yeah, 102-88. Boston, put it on them. So it's okay. It's okay. It's the regular season. And this is the great thing about the playoffs, is that everything changes because you're playing against a team multiple times, and this is the only team that you got to worry about. You not coming off, playing someone else. You didn't, lose checking out someone's game tape or anything, or going from the previous game, being able to make an adjustment to see that team again in 2 days and make the necessary adjustments. So in the playoffs, it'll be different. It'll be a lot closer, and LeBron will be a lot more locked in, But IT, 17 points in 19 minutes. Awesome. And going into this game, there was a story that people were talking about, and they were talking about, with Kyrie Irving in the news about this whole trade to Boston, and that Cleveland was trying to trade him before he made his request. Now, I'm really tired of talking about the whole Kyrie trade, and him, wanting a trade and him requesting a trade and how people, felt about that. But I'm gonna dive into it a little bit one more time. Now, everything Jackie McMullen, I think Jackie McMullen still works for the Boston Globe, but she covers Boston sports, and she works for ESPN. So Jackie McMullen was speaking with Kyrie, and Kyrie was telling her, how the Cleveland Cavaliers didn't want him there anymore, and that Cleveland had actually started looking to trade Kyrie before he made a request. Now, I guess technically you might could say that, and they probably were looking at like, okay, Kyrie may not really like it here. Let's just feel some stuff. And it got back to Kyrie, and then at that point, Kyrie was just like, you know what? I guess it's time for me to go. And he got a lot of heat from that. And he said he really didn't speak on it because it seems like everything got distorted and it made it seem like he was the bad guy. But he said he really didn't need to speak on it because he knew what the truth was. And basically what I'm taking from it now at this point, because I didn't know this, is that he's saying, hey, they wanted me gone before I said trade me. So they were going to be working on something, and now all this other stuff, that was out with the whole Phoenix thing, and they were trying to get Paul George and Eric Bledsoe, all these deals, that fell through, and then they finally ended up with Boston. I'm going to say this once again. I've said it before. I don't see anything wrong with someone if they want to make a challenge themselves, or go in a different direction. He didn't necessarily say, and he didn't say it himself that he hate LeBron or whatever. I just think it was, look, from where I started out when I was 19 to where I'm at now, I've grown up. I've matured. This was supposed to be my team from the get-go, and they were supposed to ride with me as I matured, and I would get us where we needed to get. And then LeBron came, and y'all changed up the storyline. Okay, fine. I get that. It's LeBron's team. I understand that. But I still got something that I need to prove. And to me, I don't see anything wrong with that. Never came out and said LeBron was horrible. Never came out and spoke bad about, management or upper management or anything. Never spoke bad about his teammates. Not that I recall. He just said it was time to go. And they just happened to be in the middle of trying to make a run at the championship. And now, Kyron saying in the chat room, bottom line is that he wanted his own team. We've seen what he's done over the last 3 years, and he wants his shine. Nothing wrong with that. But it looks like, it looks like it's panning out. It looks like it's working out. At this point, regular season, we'll find out, in the playoffs. So I just wish we really would move on from this Kyrie story. It'll be different if there was something maybe personal, going on or anything like that. But he was supposed to be the man there. He didn't make a big stink about it. He didn't go on the social media and start ranting and raving and all that stuff. I bet he probably just went in the office and said, hey guys, I need to talk to you. I know what hey, this is what y'all, this is the direction that y'all want to go, but I got some things directions that I want to go. So I would like a trade. And that was it. And now we got somebody other than Toronto. I'm sorry, but we got someone to go up against the Cavs that we will truly give a shot at beating them in a playoff series because there was nobody else. And I like it. I mean, I like the fact that there's a possibility that the Cleveland Cavaliers could lose in the East. And there's a team that could beat them. I mean, the Bulls, I'll go back to the Bulls with Michael Jordan and them. Yeah, there were some really good teams. The Knicks were really good. The Cavs were really good. The Pacers were really good. But did we really think they were going to beat the Bulls in a 7-game series? No. So that's how I look at it. Now, we'll move on from there, from that. And we're going to get into the last topic for tonight. And again, you listen to the Wait a Minute Show with your man, Jelani J.B. Bodie, and my man, Lopan. He's somewhere around here, but he'll be back, I'm sure, at the end of the show. There was a Hall of Fame class that was announced, and not the people that's getting in. These are the finalists for the Hall of Fame. So we're almost around the Super Bowl time, so we always, get around this time where we start figuring out who's going to make the Hall of Fame, who's going to get an opportunity at the Hall of Fame. Now, of course, T.O. is in this Hall of Fame finalist list again. I think this is his 3rd year in it. So we got some new people that is also in this, and still some old ones, but there's, I think, 18, 17 finalists, that's on there. So the modern era finalists are these here. You got Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis, those are the ones that, are headline this. But you also have guys like Edgerrin James, Isaac Bruce, John Lynch, Brian Dawkins, Ty Law, Everson Walls, Tony Baselli, Kevin Mawai, Joe Jacoby, Steve Hutchinson, and Alan Faneca. So you got, defense, offense, offensive line, defensive line, safety, cornerback. You got a plethora of guys out here, wide receivers. So only 5 people can get in the modern era. So it's pretty much who's going to get in. And do you think T.O. is going to get in this year? Is this finally going to be it, for him? Booster thinks T.O. and Moss goes in this year. Mocha says Edgerrin James and Ray Lewis. Of course, she's rolling with the University of Miami guys. Shouts out to my man Matt Farrell out here with the Jordan crying, man. Oh, my God, for Oklahoma. But I'm going to tell you right now, T.O. is not getting in, Booster. He's not getting in. And I don't care what nobody say. There's no stat that you're going to try and pull up and say, he dropped the ball all the time. No, this is your relationship with T.O., and I give you the perfect example. Charles Haley. Charles Haley, until this past year in 2017, he was the only player ever in history to have 5 Super Bowl rings. 5-time Pro Bowler, 100 sacks, not in the top 10 or anything, but top 30 of all time. And he was a force on the teams that he played for San Francisco and for the Cowboys. His biggest thing was his relationship with the media. There is nothing anyone could tell me that it took, 20 years? 20 years, I think, for him to get in. That's why I'm saying 3 years for T.O., no. They're going to hold him out. He's not going to get in. Boosa, I don't even think Randy Moss is going to get in. His relationship with the media wasn't that great either. Maybe not as crazy as Terrell, but I don't think he's going to get in. They've always said, wide receivers, with exception to somebody like Jerry Rice, they make them wait. So I don't think I don't think he's going to get in. I don't think Mocha, I don't think Edgerrin James is going to get in. After they lit in Terrell Davis, maybe they take a step back from the running back and just be like, you know what, maybe next year. I don't think Brian Urlacher is going to get in there. So I think some offensive linemen and some defensive linemen is going to get in there. Probably somebody like Brian Dawkins, at safety. Now, the receiver I think that they probably will put in is going to be Isaac Bruce. If you go back and you look at some of Isaac Bruce, a beast. He was a beast. Now, I'm not going to give you 5 people that I got, but Isaac Bruce, Brian Dawkins is 2 people I think that will get in. Ray Lewis, I'm on the fence, but I'm leaning towards Ray Lewis getting in his first year. I could see him getting in. And then maybe throw in, offensive tackle, somewhere in there. But T.O. is not getting in. They are still out there to try and prove a point with T.O. 334 Bama Boy don't like it that Isaac Bruce would be in before T.O. He said that's some BS. Hey, I agree. T.O. should have been in on the first ballot. That's why I don't get, I really want to know what is the voting criteria? Or, is there a formula or anything like that? Now, we'll probably never know that because, they want to keep that, to themselves. But his numbers is what they are. I mean, I think he was in, second place in a lot of stuff. So, I just don't get it. I don't get it. But, T.O., I'm going to go ahead and say they're going to hold him out again. This is a little payback. This is